На почеток сакам да кажам дека сум многу среќен да бидам тука и да гледам толку многу луѓе и, како Александра каже, толку многу млади луѓе. За мене лично ова тема е исто така битно, бидејќи имам деца, имам син и ќерка и мојот син има сега 12 години и за него исто така овој media literacy интересно. Јас имам сега искуство дека тој сака повеќе да биде на интернет и да игра играчки и ние имаме овој режим дека ако сакаш да играш пола сат, мораш да читаш исто така пола сат. Ама тоа не е толку лесно за како се вика тоа, to enforce. И баш ќе бидам љубопитен како ќе биде овој состанок денеска и да можеме да учиме како да имаме подобрувањето на овој media literacy. Мојот македонски е малку чудно, значи јас ќе продолживам во англиски, ако ме дозволите. So it's my pleasure to see that today's conference comes in a series of actually other activities that the EU has been organizing these recent days on media literacy. We have, for example, the participation of our EU ambassador, Mr. Zbogar, in the so-called Mediateca Children program in partnership with the public service broadcaster the other week. And he also participated in the e-society conference with the topic devoted to media literate citizens as a prerequisite for accountable institutions. And last Saturday, we actually marked the results achieved as part of the 3-year grant with the Association of Journalists. As you know, perhaps the EU assistance followed as an answer to the alarming deterioration of the situation in media freedoms in the enlargement countries of the Western Balkans. The EU offered political support, but also technical and financial assistance. And today I'm very pleased that we are reaping the results of another successfully implemented EU project. And the researches on media literacy carried out as part of this project and the following conclusions are important reference points in addressing the challenges in this area. Of course, the project results are not just the researches, but also the establishment of the Coalition for Media and Information Literacy, abbreviation being MAMIL, among media, civil society organizations and citizenry. The other output of the project also concerns work with secondary schools, as we can see here, with a lot of pupils being present, and the publishing of the high school newspaper Medium as an appendix to the Nova Macedonia Daily. There were also numerous public debates organized and workshops in high schools with media and civil society organizations, and a guidebook was developed, as well as online video resources aimed at youth and teachers. Now, it would have been perfect to conclude that all the efforts invested so far are sufficient, but unfortunately they're not. The world is more complex and is evolving constantly. Today, the concept of media widened. There are broadcasting media, press, internet, and social media are, of course, a new tool for receiving information, but also for informing others. We are not merely passive recipients of media content, but also creators and media sources. The importance of paying attention to media literacy is well documented in various EU policies, but also of other international organizations as UNESCO and the Council of Europe. We are well aware that solid financial support is needed for development of media literacy programs and investments in the didactic materials and continuous advancement of knowledge of the teaching staff. Additionally, improvement of the legal framework and networking and coordination between the stakeholders in society are recommended in the MAMIL research. Lately, we've seen some positive developments with the Media Literacy Coalition launched by the media regulator and the cooperation that the public broadcaster established with one of the EU-funded projects implemented by the Macedonian Institute for Media with the launch of educational TV programs on media literacy. Nevertheless, there is still a great space for intervention in this endeavor, and this should involve the entire society. Since democracy, by definition, requires the participation of well-informed citizens with developed critical thinking, skills and respect for freedom of expression. And all this, it's needless to say, starts with education. To end, I would like to thank the EU project team, the School for Journalism and Public Relations, and the Media Diversity Institute from London for their excellent work in carrying out the research on media literacy in the country, but also for all other activities. Your project will be a basis for development of future strategies and for steps forward.